Good afternoon, team. Welcome to the weekend video. Um, haven't made a few in a while because one, I've been on vacation and taking some trips, and also the market really has been going nowhere. We're doing the same thing, and we had the Thanksgiving holiday, and that was a low volume week, so really not much going on. But these last few days, we've had some nice moves in the market, both to the upside and the downside. So I'm gonna try to make this as quick as possible, just to go over the indices and then a few stocks that I'm kind of keep my eye on and the setups that I'm seeing on them. So this is the SPX, the S&P 500. Um, we've had a nice little rally here. We've been heading right into the extended price range of this 4100 level. If you notice, we kind of got right to 4100.51. That was our high from this move. Um, so these levels kind of matter. I threw a Fibonacci retracement there, and then we kind of came back down right to close to that 3800. I'm sorry, the 31.8. I apologize. The 38.2 extension. This is a 61.8. That's just below the 8 period moving average. So we're kind of hovering around this first level of retracement from this big move here. If you look at if you go look at a 30-minute chart, we notice this huge move we had. It's kind of parabolic. I'm going to show you here real quick. Let me look at the 30-minute chart that I want to bring in here. If you look at here, these are with the 3 ATR extensions. So if you notice that that Wednesday move we had from the Fed, we went all the way up here and we kind of like just destroyed that 3 ATR move. So it was extremely super extended. Then once I saw that, I started selling up here short verticals, because again, this is a parabolic move. If you go back in time here, the last time we had this kind of like we went over the 3 ATR. You go back to the mean. The blue one here is a 21. There's a 1 ATR, 2 ATR, 3 ATR. When you get to 3 ATR, it's like just point 0.01% of like probability that will continue much longer. It's like there's a good 90% chance that you're gonna get some kind of retracement. So once we had this back here, we retraced back right to the 21. If you notice, right to the mean. Boom. We kissed it. We went back. We went back to it again. Kind of went sideways for a little bit, and then boom, we fell off. So when you have these moves, it's great. Why? Because once you see this little 3 ATR move, you can start shorting up here, because the probabilities of a retracement are much greater than I continue blowing through anything up here. And then once you get to once you break this level, now you're in the 3 ATR to the downside. You sell somewhere around here, because again, the possibility of a retracement, it's much greater. So what happened here, when we broke this little ATR, we went down a little bit further, and what did we do? We went back to almost to the mean. We came back down again. We stabilized, and then boom, we took off. Again, this is a 30-minute chart, okay? When we take off here, again, it's super extended here. This is where I went a little bit over leveraged. Once we got to this level here, I started selling up here, and then it continued to go. I ran into, I stepped into this freight train, which is a little mistake that I made. But thank God, I got a little break on Friday. It kind of came down, and I was able to cover all this stuff and get back to nice profitable trading here. But again, once we get this little move here above the 3 ATR, what do? We stabilize. We go sideways. The lines catch up, so you're back to almost the median. 1 ATR. 1 ATR to the medium to the middle is kind of like a normal range. Then what happened on Friday? Boom, we gapped down again. We were extended. Now we got down. We were here at 4100. We went to 40. That's a 70-point move. Right, a nice 70-point. And a 70-point move, guys. If you're selling premium up here, that's 95% return on your money. And again, same thing here. You sell somewhere down here. You went from 39.40 to, even if you catch it here, 40.30. you can, almost another 80 to 100% move, 100-point move. You make some nice profit here. So that's kind of what I've been doing lately because nothing's been trending. Everything's been chopping around. And when you go sideways like this, it's great because you got theta decay, and that pays you in your premium. So again, we went back to the middle, and then where are we here? We went to the 1 ATR, 21. So we're kind of back in the range here. So like we can kind of go either way. I'm thinking we're gonna go a little further down again, maybe kiss this 40, 40, 40, 50 range, and then maybe stabilize and then take off higher for the Christmas rally. I don't know, but this kind of what I was looking at. This kind of same thing on a 15-minute chart. We have this. Once you kind of go through this scenario here, it's the same thing. I just did it on a 15-minute chart just to kind of get an idea. We kissed it up here on a 15-minute chart. We kind of came back here. So if you want to be a shorter time trader, you look at a smaller chart. I tend to kind of look at the 15-minute just to kind of give me an idea what's coming up. But I kind of base my trading more on the selling premium in the 30-minute chart because that kind of gives me a little bit more time to sell more premium. So again, back to the let me go back over here. Sorry, let me go back over here to the daily. So back to the daily, we are we're above the 8, so we're definitely trending higher. I drew this trend channel here. If you notice, we kissed it here, we kissed it here. So we're in the right move. For this to come back down and kiss it again, it's going to be back to the 39.70. We might not get there because I think we're probably going to hold this 4,000 level. 30. It just looks like 4,000 is kind of the psychological level that we might hold. So we might kind of go sideways for a while, let time pass, and then catch it up somewhere around here, where it's going to be above the 4,000 level, which might coincide with the 61.8, and things just work beautifully that way most of the time. And then we might kiss it and take off again. So I'm kind of like delta neutral right now. I'm probably like 210 long and 207 short. So I'm kind of like net 3. I mean, it's like nothing. It's like flat. So I'm basically delta neutral because I want to see what's going on, what's going to happen on Monday next week. So that's kind of like the market overall. We are trending higher. We are a nice little momentum. We're kind of slowing down a little bit. We had this little parabolic move. We digested it. There's nothing wrong with going sideways for a while, digesting this move, maybe sideways to down, and then before we take off, I don't see us just taking off again from this. Even when we had this little nice little move here, we digested for a couple of days. We actually went down again, kissed the 8, and then we went back up again. Here, it took about 1, 2, 3 days, kind of kissed it almost at the 21, and boom, we got back up again. So here's 1 day, 2 days, maybe on Monday, we kind of go down a little bit, and then if we go down a little bit on Monday, what happens, guys? Turn around Tuesday, then we go up again and turn around Tuesday. So I mean, the market just has a rhyme and a reason to it, an ebb and flow to things, and you just dance with it. As you see things moving, you kind of like position yourself accordingly. Just learn how to kind of get in sync with it and its ups and downs. Now you have days like this, which is parabolic. You can't do anything wrong with that, but when it's parabolic like this, it's not gonna be like boom, 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 sustain. It's it happens. Like we had this little movie of boom, and then but you kind of go sideways for that digest it a little bit. Even when you go down, you go down here, you digest it. You go down here, you digest it, and then one last flush, and then you go up, you digest it, you go down, you digest it, and then you go up again. So like it's not, you usually have a period even here when you went up here, you went boom, 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 boom. You had a few days you digested it here, and then you kept going higher before it was just extremes, and then you kind of fell off again. So learn how to read these little clues that the market gives you, and just learn to be on the right side of it. The few little trades that I took that I kind of was looking at, the ones that I gave you guys on Friday that I was looking at. This one, TDG. Beginning of a squeeze. If you notice, I have the one black dot. I usually like to wait for 3, but this one just, it just kind of came in right at the 8. It was a nice little the 61.8 retracement here. So it's kind of hanging around here. I have a stop right underneath the low. He actually went to the 30-minute on this one. Went to the 30-minute in here, and then I put my stop right in here, just underneath these little numbers. If you notice here, this is the 61.8, 61.8 retracement. Look at that. He kissed it right there. He went right to it, and here in this other day, he kissed it right there, and it came back up. He kissed it, and it came back up again. So he might go down a little bit lower. I won't let it break too much beneath it, and we'll give you some room. So I have a stop here in this one. But again, you know, it's beginning of a squeeze. It might take a little bit longer than to develop. I might get stopped out. It's not, it's a small position. I only have 25 shares. Not a big deal. Like I said, I took very small positions on this. But let's see if it works out. It's consolidating here between the sweet spot, the 8 and the 21. So let's see what happens. This goes up again, even to like this upper echelon right here, is 630. I have a cost basis of about 610. So that's still a 20-point move. About $500 on 25 shares. That's not that bad for a couple of days worth of work. So that's kind of what I'm looking at on this one. The other one is HUB. There you go, Hub. Same thing here. I have a 1-day squeeze. Again, I like to have at least 3. So I'm not really following 100% of what I should be doing here. But again, just again, these are 75 shares. I don't have that much. Just testers. Because again, I want to build the position. If this goes 3 or 4 or 5 days here on a squeeze and it keeps going sideways, I'm going to be adding to it. Okay, so I'm going to build up maybe like a $500 share position, but slowly building into it. So like I said, there's like a 1.5%, 2% positions here starting on this. Okay, so again, look at this. It's consolidating. It went up, came back down again. Beginning of a squeeze. It's consolidating between the 8 and the 21. So I got in right here. Where's my stop? Right under the 21. If it breaks the 21, I'm out. I got some daily buy signals. So it's looking like it's this could go higher. This goes back in here to the 250 9 to 60 range. That's still 10 points. 10 points on 75 shares at $750. Again, not bad for a day's work. So that's kind of what I'm looking at on this one. Again, tight stop. Just a 21. The 21 here is at 248, 34. So I have it, right here. Let me look at the back to the 30-minute. I'm stopping out 25 shares at 247, and then 50 shares at 246. So I'm not giving it that much room. I'm kind of like using these stops this low right here as my final stop, and over here. And again, if it goes up, to the 54 to 60, this range right here, I might take some profits. That's on that one. What's the other one? EXLS. Again, if you notice, small positions. I only have 75 shares. Very small entry and just test the markets. My swing trading has not been working because the market is not working. So it's not conducive to swing trading right now. So that's why I've been selling premium a lot. There aren't many setups. So when they do set up, I take a look at it and I like this. Look, it's got a nice little long squeeze for me here. It gave me the 3 days of black dots. Now it's giving the regular normal squeeze setup here. I do have buy. I have a big 3 buy here on a daily. So I got my arrow. So it came inside the 8 and 21 sweet spot. I got in. Where's my stop? Below these guys right here, these 2 days right here was the low. So if it breaks these 2 guys right here, then this trend is kind of like, breaking down. So I don't want to be involved with that. So that's kind of my stop right at 180. And, I might take a profit at 190 somewhere around here. So, I have a 7-point profit to a 3% loss, to a $3 loss. It's about, 2.25 to 1. That's not too bad. Again, if I go up to, 190, I'm right here, let's say at 180. I think I was at 182, 181, 181 and 182, somewhere around there. Let's say 182. That's a 7-point move. Again, another $500. That's not bad. To squeeze. If it stays in this range for a little bit, or if I see kind of like on a lower time frame, let's say a 30-minute. If I see it kind of go up to 184 or somewhere around here, or even break up here to 185, I might add it, another 25 shares or so. And then my stop will be right underneath here, and then kind of like if it goes to, a little bit higher without me. it's fine. If I go down to a lower time frame, same thing. I want to clear this little range right here. This little range is the presets that that my alerts give me to or a range for that day. And if it breaks on the 50-minute, if it breaks that, then you know you got a good entry. If it breaks it to the bottom, then you know you have a good entry short. So like here, when you broke it down here, you went short. It never really broke it up here, so I never went long. If it breaks it up here, you go long. If it breaks it down here, you go short. So kind of right here. So if it breaks this 185 level, so I might add to it because it's a clearing range. And if it breaks over here, the 182 or so, I'm gonna get stopped out. I'll put the stop over here. I might take some earlier, but I want to give it a little bit more room just because of the way the market is. Again, I'm long these, very short, very low, not a big position, a small position. Look at the word small, a very small position, because I am short delta on my XSP trade. So these longs kind of set. So as I'm saying, I'm about short about 210 or so, and I'm long about 207. So 200, the other way around. So again, I'm kind of flat. So if you go up higher, my longs are going to work, and I might, I'm not going to get stopped out of my short because they're premium selling. So I sold the 410 on the XSP. So I'll go over that real quick. And then the other one I have here, TBBK. TBBK is same thing. I'm going to squeeze. I'm going to squeeze right here, right? Right here, I'm going to squeeze. I'm in between the 8 and the 21. I got my entry here. My stop is right beneath this break here of this day right here. So if it breaks down, again, small price here. So I want 200 shares. Not a big ticket item. It has almost a 1 ATR move, 0.9. It's kind of like a bit lower than I wanted, 2.1. But if it does break out, I'm gonna get about a 2. A double move on the squeeze breakout. So it's gonna double the ATR. So it's gonna be a good move here. So I get 2-3 points here. Let's say it goes to like somewhere about here 31, and 10 right there. It's about almost 1.5 points. 1.5 points, and I'm getting rid of it at 28.86. So I'm basically risking 1 to make 2.5. Again, very low profile, but again, that's what the market is giving you. The market's not really giving you anything right now, as you guys know. So that's on that one. DGII is the other one that I'm looking at. Same thing. If you notice, it's all the same setups, right? I have a squeeze. I'm buying it between the 8 and the 21. This particular one, I only have 100 shares. It's it's mid-price stock. My stop is right, below the 34 because it had this little, it moves around a little bit. So I'm gonna give it some room. So I'm stopping out at, about 2.5 points. I'm kind of riding it out to. Let me see here how I'll ride it out to. Let's say short term right here. Let's say 44, 44.50 around there. So that's 3. I'm risking, what am I risking here? Almost 1.5, 2. So again, 2 to 1. Not a great risk reward. But again, that's all I'm looking at here. It's kind of see, it's trending higher. It's pulling boom, 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 boom. So this is the boom, and then I'm hoping for the boom. So that's on that one. And what else do I have? That's pretty much it. And then, but I'm trading on the XSP. This one I don't really look at. I look at the daily, but which is basically the same thing as the SPX. But this one I go more off the 30-minute. So on the 30-minute, come on, data. Here we go. On the 30-minute, I'm seeing resistance, up here at the 409, 410 level. So I have some 410. So I've sold 410 as my premium. If you notice, this high here is 410.05. That's the highest that it got. And this parabolic move before we went down, what I showed you guys here on this chart right here. Right here when we broke the 3 ATR, we went as high as 410. So I sold some 410 up here. So this kind of goes sideways, and then these are for Monday and Tuesday. So by Monday and Tuesday we don't go up to 410. I sold it for I think 85 cents, and then another one for 65 cents. So that's $850 and $750 that I'll make on Monday and Tuesday if it stays within 14 on those. I only have 20 contracts. It's not that much because again I wanted to go light over the weekend. If you go down a little bit, somewhere under 21, I might sell because I see this 402 level as resistance, and this 402 will be somewhere around here, close to the 3 ATR. So I might sell some, maybe like 400 because I have the 61 point retracement there. So maybe I'll sell some 400, some 399s if you go down a little bit. And if you continue higher, then I might raise it and go to 402. So again, I just play. I just like ebb and flow. If it goes up a little bit, I see when it comes back down again. I sell some up here. If you go down a little bit and I see a little rebound, I sell some here, and I just keep collecting premium. Planting seeds and collecting my harvest on a daily basis. And if it goes against me a little bit, like it went against me here big time. After this bar, I started selling, and then I got another 3 more bars, and then it's like, oh, I'm on the water here. But then again, it was parabolic, so I just needed time to pass, and then the next couple of days it kind of went down a little bit, so I was able to take these off from up here at a profit, and then started some new positions down here. Took them off at the end of the day, so I was thank God I was profitable overall. It kind of worked out. I got lucky as heck. But I stepped in front of this freight train that I'm not going to do again because I switched from the XSP to the SPX. And that kind of threw me out of whack because I'm used to looking at a particular thing on the XSP, and then I couldn't get that same reading on the SPX. So again, it was my mistake, and it's not going to happen again. I'm sticking to my one thing, which is the XSP, and kind of stick to your one trading system, your one trading strategy, and don't deviate. Master it and just be a master of one rather than whatever it is of many. So that's kind of what I've been doing, guys. Nothing really much going on, or else it's like we're gonna chop around a little bit until probably I would say mid December. We're gonna probably go sideways to down a little bit. And then wait for the Fed meeting to come mid-December and see what happens and what they say. If they go 50 basis points, if they go or if they go higher, and the market will react to that. And then with that reaction, I'll just position myself accordingly. As far as individual stocks, the ones that I just gave you, those are the ones that I have on, the ones that I'm looking at. I'm going to send you a list of potential things to look at. But again, just be very selective, guys. Just be very selective. Because we're not trending. We're going this big moves one way or the other, and it's gonna knock you around. So, small positions, testers. Again, I've been stopped out at 8 of the last 10 swing trades. I've been stopped out. So what that's telling me is, I'm putting too much effort into looking for swing trades, and they're not being rewarded. So, just step away. Don't try to force trades that are not working right now. So selling premium right now is kind of like it's been working because of the volatility. The VIX is back inside 20, so we've come down a lot from the 30s we were in last month. So it looks like we might be stabilizing a little bit to start getting some traction to start going higher into year end and beginning of January. So again, don't anticipate. Just kind of position yourself accordingly to what you see in the chart. And then just trade well and be careful and just don't overextend yourself right now because things are not tracking the way they should be tracking until you see that the trend develop a little bit more depth to it, not just like these moves and then they go sideways, and then if it consolidates and have parameters to take trades if the setup. All right, just stick to your rules, stick to the one plan, and trade well. Be focused. Discipline. Don't chase all the shiny objects. Stick to the one trading system, one setup, and master it. All right, guys.